Life isn't always a game of chess. Sometimes it's poker. You don't need a good hand to win at poker. You just need to look like someone that does. So with that in mind, let me explain why confidence is so bloody attractive in the first place. We live in a world where we're constantly being bombarded with new questions that need answering. If we don't already have the right answer, we start looking for the person that does. Remember this going forward. As I detailed in the previous video, you don't have to go watch it right now, but it does provide greater context. Genuine confidence is the situational expectation of success and doesn't just sprout from thin air. It's actually just a logical response to prior success in that particular situation or a similar one. Remember that going forward. Whenever you encounter a new person, you instinctively begin trying to subconsciously, or sometimes even consciously, answer certain questions about them in order to figure out how you want to interact with them, or if you want to interact with them at all. Are they cool? Are they lame? Are they smarter than me? Am I smarter than them? Can I have banter with them? Do I want to flirt with them? Do I want to bully them? Do they want to bully me? Are they popular? Are they unpopular? Where are they on the social hierarchy in relation to me? The list goes on, and they're attempting to answer the same kinds of questions about you. Every potential friend, employer, girlfriend, boyfriend, you name it, they're attempting to find the answers to these kinds of questions about you, and you're doing the same thing to them. Now, in practice, if given the opportunity, most people would prefer these questions about you answered by other people who already know you and whose social judgment they already trust. Because like I mentioned earlier, if we don't already have the right answer, we start looking for the person that does. This is why reputation is so important to people, because it's essentially a pre-packaged social judgment of you available for anyone that wants it. However, if you encounter a person who can't have their questions about you answered by anyone else, because it's your first day at a new school for example and nobody knows you, then the only person in a position to answer those questions about you is you. And one of the most relied upon ways of seeking answers to those questions about you is by judging your level of confidence. Why? Because confidence, which is just the situational expectation of success, is a logical response to prior success in that particular situation or a similar one. Therefore, anything that is seen to be done confidently is reasonably assumed to have been done successfully and resulted in a positive outcome before, which is especially important socially because it means that when you walk into a room full of new people confidently, it'll be a reasonable assumption that the last time you walked into a room full of new people, everything turned out great, which might suggest that you're a cool, likable person. If you confidently introduce yourself to people, it appears like you're used to people wanting to meet you and talk to you, which is an indicator that you're generally a popular person. When you confidently walk up to the person that you have a crush on and tell them that you like them, it's probably because you expect it to go well, given prior successful experiences doing similar things. Even if you've actually never had success doing it. Even if you've never tried. Someone meeting you for the first time doesn't know this, because they don't know you. All they have to go on is this first impression. And if you appear confident, they'll assume that you must have a reason to be confident, because confidence doesn't just sprout from thin air. It comes from prior success at subscribing and hitting the notification bell. Conversely, if you don't appear very confident, people are more likely to assume that you aren't used to having positive social experiences. The power of appearing confident also makes things that you say appear more credible. If I ask you for directions to the nearest train station, and without hesitation you clearly and confidently tell me, walk straight over the hill, then take the first left, you can't miss it, I'm going to assume that you must know where the train station is, because you wouldn't sound so confident otherwise. However, the positive social effect of appearing confident is limited to situations where there's no real world evidence to contradict the impression you're giving people. So suddenly deciding to appear socially confident is going to take a bit longer to be effective in the environments where you already have a reputation of not being very confident. Or to put it another way, if situational confidence is caused by real world evidence, then cosmetic confidence is limited by real world evidence. Similarly, sounding confident in the things you say, the things you promise, and the information you give to people only makes you seem more credible in situations where there's no real world evidence that what you're saying is untrue. So my belief that you know where the train station is because you're familiar with the area is only going to last as long as it takes me to realise that the directions you've given me to the train station have just led me to the back alley behind KFC. Basically what I'm saying is, cosmetic confidence can make you look amazing when used correctly and amazingly stupid when used incorrectly. Fluent Social. painfully obsessing over every aspect of social reality imaginable, so you don't have to.